Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, William Ruto met his all leaders from Kenya Kwanza government. That is, when we talk about members of parliament, we talk about cabinet ministers, principal secretaries, several stakeholders in his government. And when we look at the argument of William Ruto in NAIVASHA today, he is a man that is so upset, and even it reached a time that even he's losing his temper because of the members of parliament. In fact, even facing him live on camera as he was speaking about the nurses that were to be employed, 2,500. And when he asked the cabinet minister of labor, Florence Bore, said that they had already registered 500 nurses and not 2,500. So the argument came at a point where William Ruto is asking, if already I've fought for these positions and we are looking forward to have 2,500 nurses being employed abroad, and yet since I started announcing these vacancies, we have only registered 500 of these nurses. So members of parliament are asking, this application was done where? When you look at even the kind of the position of these nurses who want to apply, how will they apply this? So it seems like the question that these members of parliament are asking is like making William Ruto to be angry, and even coming out to lecture his members of parliament that, look, I've been in your constituencies. If it is about governors, I've been in your counties. And if it is about cabinet ministers, they understand their role very well. So it is not his duty to come and tell them how or where to apply these positions. So these members of parliament, in fact, they are forcing William Ruto so that they can share these positions. If, for example, they are there about 600 or even 1,000, they should share this position so that if it is a member of parliament, should give 2 or 3 people from his or her constituency. So William Ruto was so upset and even lecturing his members of parliament.
Ujiulize kwa kichwa hii nasa, ukitoka hapo kwa hiyo mkutano, si unaenda kutafuta mali hiyo iko nasa, hawa nasa siku. Friends, because I still see people here saying we are not aware. You are not aware. Sasa mnataka nifanye nini? Mnataka nisimame wapi? Nisimame niweke volume kiasi gani? As we are talking today, listen, members of leaders, as we are talking today, Bora is here. Where is Mwadime? Or that other gentleman? Yes, that Mwadime is there, the PS concerned. We still need 2,000 nurses. Nabado, just wait. Wacha tukugaba, leteni kwanza tujaze ndio tuone. I'm just giving you the exam. Go look for.
So when William Ruto was continuing to lecture these members of parliament, you could even see the mood of these members of parliament. It is a clear indication that things are not well. I told you here very well in a certain video. Do you remember earlier on, this UDA brigades, they had their PG meeting in State House. And their complaints was about their popularity. When William Ruto told them that their business is not about being popular, but they want to work for Kenyans. But these members of parliament, they are so considerate. Why is their popularity reducing? And their constituency, people are so hostile, they don't want to listen to them. And that is why they want William Ruto to reconsider. One, they want the fuel prices to be lowered. Number two, they want the high cost of living to be addressed. Number 3, they want this issue of unemployment to be resolved because it is so sensitive in our society. So it seems like the demands of these members of parliament is like forcing or pushing William Ruto into a tight corner. And even he's coming out to say, what can he do? Because for now, he's considering how he's going to deliver what he promised to Kenyans. And his consideration is not about being popular. There is a right time for being popular, and there is a time you must be unpopular. So William Ruto, he wants to defend his agenda. At the same time, these members of parliament are feeling like the policies and the trajectory that William Ruto is taking is literally destroying the ground. And William Ruto is still continuing to lament.
Because the only thing I find when I come to counties, watu wananiambia, oh, kuna mwanasiasa fulani alianguka kura, tafutia kazi. Kuna mwingine hapo alianguka kura, tafutia kazi. Na hawa wengine wote amusemi. Na opportunity ndio hii ina friends. I told you we must work together to change Kenya. Please, tusaidiane kubadilisha Kenya. And it will take the effort of everybody. Because if we were to get 2,000 people, tukigawana hapa 2,000 people, kila mtu atakuwa na watu ine ama mbili. So, no? So, sasa, munataka tugawane hapa. Sasa niwaulize, nani alikatazwa kupeleka 20 ama 30? Ati hamjaambiwa? Mnataka kuambiwa na nani? Kwani amusomi gazeti? Na saa ile mimi naongea, mnafikiri mimi naongea hewa? What are you? Saa ile mimi naongea, nyinyi mnasikianga? Do you understand English or I mean, friends, wewe waluke. Si mimi nilikuwa Bungoma. Ulisikia mimi nikisema huko sikia. Sasa ulikuwa unafikiri wewe Mauritania, you heard me, I was in your constituency. Nilisema ama sikusema? So, surely, friends, tuache hii maneno ya, we like looking for excuses. Yes, wamaua. Si mimi nilikuwa Maragwa, my dear. Hiyo maneno yote nimesema baba, nilisema in public.
Then if you ask yourself simple question. As clouds are still continuing to gather, remember, there's some who are feeling even to lecture William Ruto, but they can't. Why? Because they're feeling like William Ruto is their boss, their party leader, and they can't do anything. What they will do, they will just keep quiet. But some are feeling like, because we were elected by the people and not William Ruto, we must have at least the voice. Does it mean that William Ruto is a dictator? That he wants his views to be heard, but not these members of parliament? For now, we look at even his big agenda of argument in NAIVASHA is about employment. And the employment, you will realize that William Ruto has been always advocating for employment abroad. The other time he talked about the employment in Saudi Arabia. He spoke about the issue of employment in United States. He talked about the issue of employment in Germany, Canada, and different areas abroad. But as we speak, can you come out and substantiate that William Ruto has employed certain individuals? And in fact, I told you here, I saw a news when William Ruto was delivering his speech in Dubai. William Ruto ashamed us. In fact, he was lying before the world. Do you know what William Ruto said? He said that Apple company had already employed 23,000 Kenyans. Remember one thing, globally, according to the statistics, the Apple company has employed 160,000. Globally, 160,000. If William Ruto is telling the world that Apple company already they have employed 23,000 Kenyans, it means according to the percentage, it is about 14%. You want to tell me it is only Kenya that understands or they are in need of these jobs of Apple? The other time, I told you here, let us not concentrate about William Ruto's lies. You cannot tell me today that Saudi Arabia wants 2,000 workers and they will only come from Kenya. Okay, let us assume that it is 2,500. You want to tell me today, Tanzania, they don't have people who wants to work in Saudi Arabia? We have Uganda, we have Rwanda, we have several people. Today, if you tell us that German wants 2,500 nurses, you want to tell me it is only Kenya that have these nurses? We have Tanzania, we have Uganda. I know some people argue in the basis of how the education applies towards the training these nurses. But remember also, for example, in South Africa, we have biggest universities, and they always train these people. It is not only Kenya that are in need of these employment opportunities. So I think this time, if William Ruto could have said that we need 500 people, I think it is genuine. If it is the issue of Apple company employing 23,000, he could have said that Apple company already, they have employed 300 or 200. It is okay. Or even 100 or even 50. It is genuine. But the argument of William Ruto is extremely lies. And you Kenyans, something that is so funny, you'll continue arguing the basis that, oh, it is possible. But again, remember, we deal with statistics. If, for example, German wants 2,500 nurses, they always distribute it in Africa. Remember, German, they have also the good partnership with Nigeria. They have partnership with Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa, different countries in Africa. So if you tell me that it is only Kenya, they want doctors or nurses, will it be possible? So William Ruto is losing his temper in a way that these members of parliament are not advocating his effort towards fighting for Kenyans to have these jobs abroad. And that is whatever is happening in NAIVASHA as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.